Michael's making some good breakfast for us. We got some hot water for coffee. This is from the huge bonfire, the coals from the huge bonfire we had last night. It's been a few days since filming because, George, why don't you tell the story of what happened at the...
Because I got a fucking German accent.
Ugh.
Yeah. So, which was it? Was it
3 days ago.
More, 5 days ago.
5 days? When we went to get supplies?
Yeah.
Went to Big Pine with our boat. Matt, Ryan and me. Like 4 days ago or 5 days ago. And Matt dropped us off at the library and said he just wants to buy some weed and he needs a truck for about like half an hour. So Ryan gave him the truck. Yeah, and then the truck was gone and Matt was gone. Stole the fucking truck, let us wait in Winn-Dixie for 2 days with Michael and Philip at this lonely island. And he ended in some crack house. Yeah.
Tell them about Valerie and how we found the car. And
Yeah. So we just waited there at Winn-Dixie if the truck comes back. And there came that woman and talked to us. Her name was Valerie and she said, "Want to go to church with me?" So we went to the church, which was a ministry school of Jehovah's Witnesses. Pretty funny. And he let us stay in her yard. She had a little house and a bed in her yard where we spent 2 nights. And she made some great breakfast for us. And after 2 days, we just borrowed her bikes and had a bike ride for 5 minutes in some avenues. And we found the car, the truck, in 5 fucking minutes, and the cops didn't find it in 2 days. So yeah, and Matt came out, he wanted to get away with the truck. Damn, he looked ugly and he was completely on crack. He's at that crack house right now, I think. But we got the truck back with all our supplies. And Michael and Philip are still alive. Yeah, that's it, I think.
he somehow put 400 miles on the truck, even though he was 3 blocks away from where we were. And the truck was overheating when we got it. But yeah, he just went to run an errand for, he said he'd be back in 20 minutes. Apparently he was going to search out some weed or something. These guys were stuck on the island for 3 days not knowing what's going on. And they had only pop to drink and a little water. And George and I thought these guys were starving to death and dying of dehydration. But turns out they were doing all right. And did you guys catch some fish? And tell the camera what you did the last couple of days and what you were thinking when we didn't come back that day.
It was senseless to think because we weren't able to do anything. So we just sit here and burn a campfire, a bonfire, and did nothing.
Collecting some wood.
Yeah.
You guys caught some fish though, didn't you?
Yeah, but we didn't eat it. I was lucky that my cell phone worked for 2 calls, and so I knew that you guys were all right, and I was pretty happy.
Tell about Jim and the boat.
Oh yeah. We once we got the truck, we went back to the boat and we couldn't get the boat started. And
Because this bastard at the marina said you gotta put some oil in the gasoline, which killed the
that's
engine.
good. Yeah, they told us to put oil in the gasoline. This guy that owns a boat shop, and apparently you're not supposed to pre-mix the oil. It's oil injected. So we clogged up the spark plugs, and so we had to put all new plugs in, and we had to get all the 15 or 20 gallons of gas out of the boat. So this nice guy Jim spent like 3 hours with us getting the boat out of the water so we could siphon out all the gas. But we ended up having to siphon all the gas out by hand, which took forever, and we didn't want to lose the pressure, so we'd have to pour the gas from one container to another very quickly so that we could keep the pressure going on the pump. And George happened to spill a bunch of it, and he's like, "Ryan, you're sitting in gasoline." And I'm like, "Oh, no big deal, I'm already covered in gasoline." And about 5 minutes later, I feel this terrible burning sensation. I thought my
His ass was too sensitive for the gas.
I thought my ass was gonna burn off. And I was
afraid of losing his balls.
Because the gasoline was burning me so bad, I thought it would eat through my skin and my testicles would fall out. But took a bath in the ocean, and everything was all right, thankfully, on that end. Any other stories from the last 3 days?
Sandwich, the beer.
Oh yeah, Jim, the gentleman that helped us load up the boat, gave us a 6-pack of beer and a pack of cigarettes, a couple packs of cigarettes, and some huge hoagie sandwiches. And then he came the next day because we still couldn't get the boat running, and we shot ether into the injectors, and that got us started up. And before we left, he gave us an envelope with $20 a piece for George and Michael and Philip and I. And so I'm gonna go back and help him. He used to be a scuba diving instructor, so I'm gonna do some yard work for him, and he's gonna pay me in scuba lessons or scuba diving equipment, which I'm pretty excited about. But later today we'll show you the zip line we're gonna build and the rope, and show you how we cross the canal back and forth without getting wet. But we'll show you that here in a little while.